Bienvenue. J'ai retourné. Je m'appelle Jacques Merde, world-renowned filmmaker extraordinaire. Say hello to my little friend. But of course you know that already. My work is known throughout the world. But you not see me for a while. Perhaps you wonder why. Well, Jacques decided to try a new challenge. Since my film work done so well all over the place, I decided to try on the other side of the fence. Jacques is now going to be a critique. More such an expert, one opinion going to be valued all over the place. So I decide, where should I begin? Well, Jacques shall apply his great knowledge of the cinema to this little-known company called Lokin Productions, responsible for making this, and this, and this, and all of those anyway. It seems they could use a very good critiquing from someone as knowledgeable, excusez-moi, as Jacques Merde. In fact, I now review so well and I embrace my new role. I changed my middle name to Jacques Reviews Merde. And we shall begin with something that this film already is saying that it needs. Welcome to reality. An asymmetrical title. That's a good sign. This film has a subtitle as well. That's never a good sign. Part hack of the cardboard cutouts. I wonder if this is the man who actually made the movie. Every director makes those poses at one time or another. Perhaps Jacques could relate after all.
Through the impenetrable forest of Arden, the brave band of adventurers emerge into the plains of Argor.
So the audio sounds like an old-timey radio show. How quaint.
Come on, guys, emerge, will you?
We can't, there's too many trees.
We're stuck in here. Through and impenetrable don't exactly work together, you know.
Okay. Through the nearly impenetrable forest of Arden.
Oh.
The opening joke was removing wood. Jacques afraid now this could end up being very emasculating.
Isn't the forest of Arden in France and the plains of Argor in Outer Mongolia?
What exactly is that hammer made of?
Suddenly you're set upon by the faceless minions of Amonthot the Unnameable.
You just did.
Did what?
Name them?
Just fight the minions!
Hello, obvious ADR.
No nose or mouth either. Well, then that means they should be collapsing of lack of oxygen right about...
Who exactly is the cavalier talking to there? Of course, everyone wants to be Groucho. No one ever remembers Chico or Harpo. And so the battle begins. Goodbye, obvious Photoshop. My, what sanitary blood. Doesn't leave any splatter behind. Nice job there, Mr. Director. You didn't tell your actors when to fall. Those are some nice tennis shoes you got there, Mr. Jedi.
Here, hold that.
Look at that muscled black man there, struggling to lift probably a 10-pound piece of pipe. They keep killing the same two black guys again and again. Is that their way of saying they all look alike?
Rah, rah, it's great to be the bard. Woo, fire, I'll sing you a song if you like. Alright, rah, it's great to be the bard. Woo.
Wait a minute. The bard is not participating in the battle, despite the fact we saw him with twin swords at the very beginning of the film. Do I spy with my little eye a continuity error? Look, it's a magically floating gaping wound.
What, the worthless henchmen are too easy for you? Getting bored of my game now, huh? Well, how about it taste Amonthot's general, the Loki? Man, I spent all night drawing him up.
I got this one.
Obvious punchline coming in 3, 2, 1.
Now you shall face Gore-Tex. gonna let you guys name a character again. Gore-Tex the Synthetic.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Gentlemen, the bard has forgotten himself again.
I've got a song in my heart, a flute in my hands, and absolutely nothing else.
That is not a flute. I think they just made a veiled dick joke. Did they run out of money 7 minutes into the film? Or they changed realities? Perhaps this is the welcome they were talking about. Enter obvious plot catalyst of the film, who's clearly not saying anything there.
Exit. Excuse me, please. I'm here for my son.
Pay no attention to the boom mic in the corner. Or that bad cut. Or that light. Oh. Man, what an honest film. It's telling us exactly what it really is.
I happen to be a professor of medieval history here, and you can't teach that without learning something about the weaponry of the day.
Can you say Deus Ex Machina? Sure, I knew you could.
The candor of this film is actually refreshing. Who is that ugly bastard? Did that scene even have a purpose? More did not think so.
You want me to write a scenario for your role-playing game?
I think what we all want is a real historical event.
Intrigue, betrayal, treachery,
Murder.
Yes, these gamers are showing some real mature, evolved priorities.
Hot medieval chicks in peril.
Oh, yeah.
Spoke too soon.
Should be fun.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That bard is taking out his own party members. We best be watching him.
The year is 932. The last king of Italy is dead and the land is in chaos.
Careful, you're starting to make Terry Gilliam look good. Now we return to Within the Game, where the players have their new mission. And are apparently being paid with a tiny bag full of sand.
She is a member of the House of Theoplicat, an ancient Roman family, and the only ones who can control the population of that city. But for the last 7 years, she and her children have been in the clutches of Guido, and Hugh is desperate for their release.
I love how she is waiting for her cue to lament her peril.
Now, there's a few more things you really should know about this quest.
No, don't tell us any more. This is usually what we start a quest out with. Anything more would wreck the suspense. It would totally
ruin the surprise?
Yeah.
All right.
Wreck the surprise? Do I sense foreshadowing?
You!
As that Hugh got his cloak on awfully fast.
But you're there.
Ah! He teleports! Witchcraft! Or perhaps just a really bad jump cut. With this, we introduce the extras.
They're all past NPCs from past games. You see this guy here? He's gonna die a lot.
Oh, shit.
Die a lot, eh? Let's say we keep ourselves a counter of that.
I get poison? Poison darts? Poison apples? Poison dagger. Pointy, stabby death.
We have an Igor in the bunch, people. Alert Junkaholic. We're in a great, great danger.
I'm good with a bow.
Oh, an archer then.
I can also talk to trees.
But do they listen to you?
I don't get it either.
Yes, in the 10th century, the bard is the man.
It's good to be the bard.
The best way to approach your role is as a Justin Timberlake, but with talent and a backbone.
Ooh.
Smooth. Okay, let's go.
What is this stuff?
You wanted authenticity. Well, in the 10th century, ale was a thick, fermented porridge.
I eat snails, and even I find that disgusting.
We haven't been in the Dark Ages long enough for this.
Yeah.
Well, I see historical accuracy didn't last very long.
Screw it.
Even Wayne's World was not that overt. Aye, that barbarian got shorter and darker all of a sudden. Now they're begging Eric Idle to call his lawyer.
So what kind of scum and villainy will we be encountering?
Villainry. Je ne sais quoi.
Not exactly Errol Flynn, are they?
Those guys aren't even Kevin Costner.
Oh, that's too... Does that Bandit King have a cloning device?
Considering what just happened, I don't think we can beat him in melee. But, Hawthorne?
Well, it seems Archer retained one superpower. He can make clearly digital arrows turn real. My, is that bandit recovered awfully quickly?
Oh look, they have archers too.
I'm gonna need more arrows.
Arrows that fade from existence. That certainly reduces waste.
Well, of course we're playing rock.
Paper and scissors haven't been invented yet.
Have we given them enough time to sneak by yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. You want to go on break?
Yeah, let's go get a drink.
Come on.
Does those bandits have a union? They must be teamsters. So our mercenaries come across themselves a keep, and they got to find a way to get inside. They try a few scenarios.
Alright, keep it down. You have a shovel? Where's the dirt going? Just go with the flow, man! Who are these guys? Get them! Nail those bitches!
Even a little girl sucking on helium cannot scream that high. Score another one on the emasculation counter.
I thought we were going to tell up to it. The animator forgot.
I am loving this film's honesty.
You call this food? Never been so disrespected. I'm gonna fix this.
Now what are you gonna do?
Lie.
My, that is quite the flute. Reminds me of those trumpets in The Knight's Tale.
Weren't you listening to me when I said that outlaws and authorities were often in cahoots? In fact, you might notice that some of these faces look rather familiar.
Familiar faces. Sounds more like an excuse to hire less extras. And now we have another fight. Oh, this isn't so bad. Oh, the black guy again. He's not gonna last very long. Begin the dialogue counter.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
What in the hell is happening there? Can it be? The black guy lived? And now they cut to a crappy green screen as a segue. Yeah, that's one way to move the plot along.
Hobbes might have been speaking of them when he said, no arts, no letters, no society.
Oh my. The painfully obvious, and I do mean painfully obvious metaphor. This just went from emasculating to straight up gay. Every arrow has been fake. Can any of them actually use those bows?
Okay, can you get a tighter shot on Howard?
Was this supposed to do that?
Apparently not.
Hey, I read Hobbes too. I remember the words poor, nasty, boorish, and short.
Oh, they're not going to kiss, are they?
Action.
Hey, I read Hobbes too. I remember the
The outtakes say yes.
They made me their chief.
I see those women before. Earlier in the film. And here they are again. My, it is good to be the bard. You get your own groupies.
For with honeyed words and cunning discourse shall I fan the flames of their resentments, till this unshaven flock flows before us like great Neptune's mighty seas. And as the waves...
Shakespearean soliloquy with subtitles. I must say it's about time. That overrated English fop always did confuse the living hell out of me. So, does his linguistic obfuscation work? No, it does not. That's about my reaction to Shakespeare as well.
Yeah, now, Clancy, sound remarkably like someone trying to get us killed. Yeah, until then we'd be the freest village in all of Tuscany. You're more than welcome to come back and burn it down again.
Behold the amazing Mick and his incredible vanishing dialect. Another crappy green screen to off to the next scene. I would say what's the crap just happened, but that would be redundant. Hello again, product placement. That's just plain sick. Maybe this really is a gay film.
What's it say?
So after that pointless sidebar, we return to the main plot. Trying to get into this monk's town. And they have to pay pence to get inside. Isn't this supposed to be Italy? Those pence look an awful lot like quarters. Oh, the bard finds himself low on coin. What is he going to do? It's that same ugly bastard again.
What? You're gonna make me pay for that?
Surprisingly, that was the first fart joke of the film. I'm surprised it took this long. So the monk is Chinese and knows Kung Fu. Alerts the SJWs, they'll be all up in a rage. And now we cut to a brothel. I'm afraid of what's inside. What's this? A non-gay moment? What's this? Her pimp is a monk. Something very wrong here. And what's this? Oh my. That bard must be French. Well done, mon ami. Mon Dieu. Next. Here we are again. Oh! He must be Greek. Skip. Next scene. Next scene.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, no. Next scene. Next scene. Cue obvious joke.
Yeah. I think we're lost, guys.
You lost the audience back in the monk's town.
Well, now to get into the castle.
Go finger your flute.
In public?
We'll figure out how to get into the castle. You talk to the locals and see what kind of intelligence you can gather. Yeah. Good luck finding any.
Yeah, try and find the lay of the land.
We'll do the grunt work.
Yeah, the men's work.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find the lay of the land.
That would be me.
Lay of the land. Well, certainly looking up again. Yes, very much looking up again.
Just gotta think about all of our options. We could storm the castle.
Siege! What? That was not for no good reason. Open the damn door. Wasn't the bard standing next to us?
A phallic joke followed by a squishing sound. Why not?
Keep drinking. You're dying with the rest of us.
Hawthorne seems to be taking death a little bit too well.
You poisoned the water supply! That was your great idea!
Stunt Malone, please. And now bondage, because why not? Followed by poop. I've given up already.
The bishop gets a cut from all the religious sects in the surrounding area. He doesn't keep a guard, because who would be dumb enough to rob a bishop?
He doesn't have any cards.
Well, hello, Bishop. Hello, microphone.
You mean he wants to...
And how was it chastised, the corrupt bishop? That archer is très disturbed.
The naughty bishop. Spank me.
So now they massacre their way into the grid tower to finish their quest.
Oh, shit. Wait. It's not my birthday!
Will no one in this film ever die and stay dead?
Die! 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 Die!
Well, that ought to do it.
That fiend who did subject my poor, limber, curvaceous, molten hot body to his fiendish lusts.
My, the talk is getting quite fitzy. Ooh la la. Yes, I am a total hypocrite, and I know that.
So I can cherish this moment forever, would you mind signing a innocent and harmless and not at all legally binding document?
What exactly was that noise? Someone behind the camera undoing their trousers?
Tell me all about your shaft.
Well, it's about 22 inches long, made of ashwood, glued on feather fins with animal glue and sinews, and latest in iron-based tip to pierce even the strongest chainmail. You can hold it if you like.
You're a fairy, aren't you?
Actually, I'm supposed to be an elf.
Close enough.
This has been another gay moment.
Theo, where's Theo?
He's gone, and he took the gold with him.
Noah and Twilight can put it better than I can.
Betrayal! Betrayed me!
Rewind! Now! Get us out of here!
You can't. You can only rewind back to the point of your last mistake. Accepting this quest was your first mistake.
Foreshadowing. Or would that be backshadowing?
He invaded Rome. He killed the Pope.
All in her instructions. She needed his troops to secure her rule of the city, and she had hated Pope John since he'd murdered her parents and first husband.
I'm coming, Theo! Oh, crap. No, you know what? No, I'll be in my trailer.
I said, why don't you use your magic?
But we don't have any magic, do we?
If you recall, the bard specified that you were to have the powers and abilities that people of the time period believed in. In 10th century Italy, they believed in wizards, magical weapons, and magical beings, such as elves.
Why didn't you tell us what...
You didn't ask.
Loophole!
Why don't you ask my son?
Surprise!
I told you I was here for him, didn't I?
Wait a minute. You set us up. You set us up before the game even began.
Actually, I set you up 3 months ago.
You would have needed help setting up the game. The game. You!
Have you met my dad's TA?
Do you know how hard it is to find an internship?
I introduced him to Dad.
So it was all a setup. Culminated in probably the most honest line in the entire movie.
Is there anybody else who's been working against us?
Hey, don't look at me. I'm just stupid.
And with that, they returned to right where they began. And nothing has changed. My, how European. I must say, I hear this was their first excursion into film, and I've got 2 more to go. Let's see if they get any better than this extremely disturbed piece of mail, huh? I see you in part 2.
Agonizing memories. Unsettled scores. Soul-tainting obsession. If you had the chance to heal old scars, would you take it? If you did, would it be worth the cost?
It's that same ugly bastard again!